Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a kind of replay analysis. I've done this once before. It wasn't its own video, but I've done this before, as I just said. So I'm just going to be taking a look at this replay, which went really well for me. I got 9 kills without dying. I landed once, and it was a pretty terrible landing, I do admit. But yeah, it was in the MiG23ml. I got like 200k SL and 30k research. It was, quite silly. So I just wanted to talk about it. So here I am just flying in. Not really doing the fastest possible, like I could be going faster right now if I wanted to. But I decided to just, fly in normally rather than being as fast as possible. So I'm just flying left. I'm not bombing by any means. I have my 4 R60s and my 2 R24s. And like right in the beginning, you'll see it soon enough. I go towards the right a little bit, and then I spot the tornado. So I go towards the tornado. I want to kill him. And this is going to kind of be the catalyst to all the kills, as it starts with this tornado right here. So I'm trying to lock him with R60. I don't think it shows here, or does it? It might just make a sound, but you can't see it. So I'm trying to lock him with an R60, like trying to get close so I can properly launch it. And I'm speeding up again since I just launched a bunch of speed. This like low-level F4S is shooting him under, even if he's not gonna hit a single shot. I launched an R60 because he's bombing, so I would think that he wouldn't, see it and he'd be distracted. I was wrong. He does still bomb the base. So I come up right behind him. I shoot him right up the butt. I get a crit right here, probably on this wing. So I come up, miss a few shots, but then I hit him again, and I severe damage him. So I start to turn around, and then there's this big cluster of everyone. At this point, I think I'm just going to die, and I'm gonna try and get as many kills as possible. So I just fly in, wings all the way out, turning them back in, and I'm just gonna try my hardest not to die. So I launched at this missile right here, thinking that it was an R24R. It might have been R60 because it got distracted by my R60. But I just launched it just to be safe, just to make sure that I don't die. His missile, probably an R60, goes for my missile. My missile goes past, he flies past, and the missile that I launched at his missile goes for this F-111 here and kills him. Well, severe damage. And so I'm literally crying right now because I just got a kill that I really shouldn't have gotten. And I start to fly around to kill some more people. I see this MiG-23. I think I'm going to pull... Oh no, I just launched an R60M, which crits him. I remember that being a crit. And then this tornado, I pull down, I shoot, and I believe that's also a crit. So I've just gotten 2 crits in a row. And they eventually both crash, I believe. Because I didn't end up with any assists, I don't think. So I believe they crashed or they just landed and repaired. But I believe they both crashed. Then I see the Bison shoot at missile at me. Is that a Bison? I can't remember. I think so. So he launches at me. I flare that. It was just an R73 or an R60. I don't really know if it was a Bison or not. I launched an R60M right here at this MiG-27. Hits both him and the tornado while they're flying into each other. So I believe both would have died anyway, but because my R60 hit the tornado while killing the MiG-27, I got kill credit for both. And now I'm gonna just go to the left. Yeah. So I just start turning left instead of going aggressive against Mirage. And at this point, I definitely think that I'm about to die. Like, there's 4 people around me. Only one of them is going towards me. But, I mean, come on. Do I really survive? So I try to not die to this MiG-23's bullets. This is really close. So I'm like, oh. I just dodged those bullets by doing a really simple maneuver. I just, like, rolled a little bit. And so I start to like do as much as possible. I flare a little bit just in case. I pull my flaps down, and I start to drain my speed. My wings are all the way out, and I'm trying to dogfight this guy. Right. This is exactly what I see. It is a little bit delayed since it is replay, but this is basically what I saw. So I see him in front of me, right? I pull my nose in front of him for a shot. I hold the trigger. I miss. I shot a little bit too late. So I'm kind of looking to my right to see if there's anyone there, because there were someone to my right, but they left. And then, luckily, because I was looking around being aware, I saw these two behind me. So that was a MiG23ml, I think, from the JS37D, and then the C39, which could have been R73 or an R60, probably an R73 though. So I flare those, and then I start pulling down, because now my main focus is these two, as they have the better missiles, so they're a bigger threat to me right there. I barely flare the 9L, barely dodge these bullets, and it's right about here where I want to RTB so bad. But MiG-23 pulls away, I still have my R-24, so I'm just going to create some distance, right? Because I don't want to be super stressed in the middle of everything, I'm trying to go away. So that's what I'll do here, kind of. I'm not, flying away, but I'm keeping my distance, okay? Then I'm pulling back in pretty earlier than I remembered, and I launch the 24R, because he is the easiest target to kill, and he could potentially kill me if I leave him alive for long enough. So I make sure to get rid of him. I see the Bison, so I go down, because I'm pretty sure it's not 27. It misses barely, like, usually that would have hit. It was like a Fox 3. I lock up this MiG-21. I believe I'm barely conscious. My pilot is almost dead. So I launch, it severely damaged him. I dodged the JA37D. He didn't shoot at me though, I don't think. And so now I'm going kind of straight again, still like ready for the fight. Then my teammate, friendly, comes in and I decide, hey, let's just RTB. My friendly has got these two people covered. I don't need to do anything, right? Because my teammate is here, ready to kill. And I just trust that he will keep them occupied while I RTB. Because I had ammo and fuel. My ammo was only 36. I didn't really realize it at the time. But I could have maybe snuck in a little kill before. But I'm just going to RTB right now with like 11 minutes of fuel. I just flare a little bit just for fun, I guess. I didn't really do this for a reason. So now I'm going to fly back to base. Nothing exciting happens. I just look behind me every now and then, just to make sure that nothing happens. Then, I land. I spam all my flares and miss. I don't know why it says 72 up here. But I spam all my flares on my gun. And then when I go for a landing, don't do this, but I yawed with my plane a little bit too hard. So my plane lands on the ground. And I decide to play with my wings a little bit. But eventually, I repair, I rearm, I take off. I tell my friend or my teammate that, hey, you can kill this Mirage easy, right? And then he dies to the 530F. We can see in a second. Yeah, 530F. So it's an F1C. I didn't realize it at the time. I just saw the 530. I didn't read the F, so I assumed it was a Mirage 2000. It was just an F1C, so it wasn't really in danger. But I blind hunt him so he can blind hunt me. There's no real purpose for this blind hunt. Like, I knew around where he was. I just did it so he couldn't do it to me. And so I knew exactly where he was at all times. So I tried to engage in BVR fight, but my radar is, it's pointing upwards and 1300 radar altitude. So it really isn't going to MTI. So it does kind of suck a little bit. But I launch at 16 kilometers and I start heading downwards because I know he's got his radar and his radar missile. Because he already wasted one, or not wasted, but used one. So I know that he has one at max, no matter which Mirage he is. Because he can't be the 4000 or the 5005F, which have, well, the 4000 only has 2 radar missiles, but the 4000 has 4 radar missiles, and then the 5F has 6. But I know he can't be either of them because I'm 11.7, and this guy, the general BR wasn't that high to be any of those either way. And so I lock him again. I get a, one-line lock. I just wait, get 2 lines, and then I launch. No matter what, you always want to launch with 2 lines of locks, unless it is a Fox 3 and it's like close to medium range and it's like a Michael, maybe. So I launch at him, and he's flying defensive, he's chaffing, but my R-24 doesn't care as it is a golden missile, and that was kill number 9. Up here, I'm readying myself for a screenshot. I'll put it up on screen right here. But yeah, that was a 9-kill game in the MiG23ml. So yeah, If you want to get good games, just perfectly mimic that. Also, quick little update. The next guide is going to be on France. I've recorded most of the video and the visuals for the game video, and written the script. All I need to do now is to read the script into audio, and edit the actual video. I haven't really made the video yet, but yeah, French texture guide coming before next Saturday. See you then.